Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's that time again. Let's look ahead at the digital delights dropping soon. We're covering the second half of April 2025, specifically April 15th through the 30th. And there's a seriously diverse mix landing on PC and consoles. From deep-sea dives and emotional reunions to blockbusters hitting new platforms and indie gems, let's break down what you can look forward to playing. Grab your wish lists. Let's go. All right, let's dive straight into Tuesday, April 15th, which kicks things off with a varied batch. First up on PC is Dive the Depths. This is a 2D roguelike action game set underwater, focusing on stylish combos and freedom of expression as you fight bizarre sea creatures. Expect unique runs each time, thanks to those roguelite elements. Also dropping on the 15th for PS5, Xbox, and PC is Lost Records, Bloom and Rage Tape 2. Coming from the Life is Strange creators Don't Nod, this continues the story of four friends reuniting years after 1995. Tape 2 promises a darker, more supernatural turn, and keeps that cool mechanic where you can film stuff in-game. If you need to chill out after that potential darkness, Lushfoil Photography Sim arrives on PS5, Xbox, and PC. It's exactly what it sounds like, a tranquil exploration game focused on realistic photography across faithfully detailed landscapes worldwide. Perfect for unwinding. And huge news for Switch owners on the 15th. The beloved mobile puzzle classics, Monument Valley and Monument Valley 2 are finally landing on the console. Guide Princess Ida and then Ro and her child through those iconic, mind-bending landscapes of impossible architecture. If you haven't played these visual stunners, now's a great chance. Moving on to Wednesday, April 16th, we've got one chaotic entry purely for PC, Kitchen Wars. Get ready for frantic party game action, where teams of 1 to 4 sabotage each other's restaurants while trying to serve customers. It's cooking sim meets chaotic multiplayer combat. Sounds like a recipe for hilarious disaster. Thursday, April 17th looks like a really big day with releases across multiple genres. First up, The Man with the Hat finally swings onto PlayStation 5. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle makes its PS5 debut, complete with PS5 Pro enhancements and DualSense support. If you pre-order the Premium Edition, you can even jump in on the 15th. Then, for the dark fantasy fans, Mandragora, Whispers of the Witch Tree hits PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. This is a meaty 2.5D action RPG, promising over 40 hours of Metroidvania and Souls-like inspired gameplay. Multiple classes, deep customization, and challenging monster battles. Switching gears to some beat-em-up action, Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Ultimate lands on PS5, Switch, and PC. It's a side-scroller with fighting game DNA, nostalgic pixel art built fresh in Unreal Engine 5, and featuring up to 8-player cross-platform online multiplayer. Looks like the biggest entry yet. And for something completely different and utterly charming, Rusty Rabbit hops onto PS5, Switch, and PC. You play as Stamp, an old soul rabbit piloting a mech called Junkster through the frozen ruins of Earth, now inhabited by rabbit civilizations. Smash, dash, explore maze-like ruins. It looks adorable and action-packed. Rounding out the 17th on PC is Wizdom Academy. This is a 3D management game where you build, manage, and develop your very own magical school. Recruit students, handle resources, design your castle, and solve the mystery of mana shortages. Think Hogwarts Tycoon. Wrapping up that busy week on Friday, April 18th, we get a dose of pure nostalgia. The Lunar Remastered Collection arrives on PS5, Switch, Xbox, and PC. This brings the beloved JRPGs Lunar, Silver Star Story Complete, and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete to modern platforms for the first time in 25 years. Time to journey back to the stars. Jumping ahead to Tuesday, April 22nd, prepare for something quirky on Switch and PC. Maliki, Poison of the Past. This bills itself as a fantastical odyssey, mixing RPG elements, exploration, temporal riddles, and turn-based combat. You join Maliki and her wacky family, fighting a fearsome plant creature across space-time. Sounds wonderfully weird. Okay, brace yourselves, because Thursday, April 24th is absolutely stacked with major releases across platforms. Leading the charge is Clair Obscur, Expedition 33 on PS5, Xbox, and PC. This is a turn-based RPG aiming to be groundbreaking with unique real-time mechanics integrated into battles. Dodging, parrying, countering, aiming for weak spots actively during your turn. Keep a close eye on this one. Fighting game fans, rejoice! Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, explodes onto PS5, Xbox, and PC. The first new Fatal Fury in 26 years. It features a unique art style, the innovative Rev system, and launches with 22 characters planned across the base game and first season pass. Next, a unique tactical RPG called the 100 Line Last Defense Academy hits Switch and PC. You command 15 students defending their school from monsters for 100 intense days. It blends horror adventure for uncovering the story with tactical RPG battles for survival. Can you last the 100 days? For a cozier vibe on the 24th, Sunseed Island arrives on PS5, Xbox, and Switch. It's a charming farming and exploration game where you rebuild a village, befriend magical creatures, and work to restore the Tree of Life. Looks colorful, relaxing, and very cute. Also on PC, Tempest Rising brings back classic base-building RTS action. Inspired by Command & Conquer, it's set in an alternate 1997 after a nuclear war, with distinct factions battling for resources. Build your base, command your armies. And finally, on the 24th, Yasha, Legends of the Demon Blade slices onto PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. This is an isometric action roguelike set in a fantastical Edo, Japan. Play as an immortal kunoichi wielding various demon swords against fierce demons. Expect fast-paced combat and temporal puzzles. Closing out that insane week on Friday, April 25th, a big remaster hits PlayStation 5. Days Gone Remastered brings Deacon St. John's post-apocalyptic journey to the PS5 with improved visuals, better draw distance, and a new Horde Assault mode. Note that this one is digital only. Heading into the final stretch, Monday, April 28th brings Vehicular Mayhem to PC with Badlands Crew. This is a strategic vehicular combat game where you build, customize, and command your battle wagon in a Mad Max-style wasteland, taking down factions and saving survivors. Then on Tuesday, April 29th, a massive arrival changes the console landscape slightly. Forza Horizon 5 makes its PlayStation 5 debut. Explore the stunning open world of Mexico, experience the Horizon Festival, and get access to all previous content, plus the new evolving Horizon Realms feature. Premium Edition gets you early access on the 25th. And finally, wrapping up the entire month on Wednesday, April 30th, we have 3 more titles. First, MotoGP 25 races onto PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. The official game returns with the 2025 season, official riders and tracks, plus a new training sessions feature for mastering bikes. Next on PC, Conquest Dark offers an ARPG/survivors-like hybrid inspired by classic sword and sorcery authors like Robert E. Howard. Expect rapid power progression and savage, fast-paced combat against hordes of enemies. And closing out our list, also on PC, is something truly unique from Blendo Games, Skin Deep. It's an immersive first-person shooter about sneaking and sabotage aboard a starship while barefoot. Yes, expect humor, immersive sim elements, and quirky mechanics like sneezing or getting stuff stuck to your feet. And that is the lineup for the second half of April 2025. A ton of variety in there. What games caught your eye? Are you ready for Indy on PS5? Hyped for Fatal Fury's return? Planning a quiet weekend with Lushfoil? Let me know your most anticipated releases down in the comments below. If this rundown helped you out, definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already for more gaming news, reviews, and lists. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Fish, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!